Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, cardboard crawlers of all nations. No matter where you're at, there you are, and I hope you're enjoying it. Cooled down in the last couple days here in Southern Pines, North Carolina at the Cardboard Crawlers Outdoor Amphitheater. But we got this blue XL Mazz Designs chassis. When I say XL, that means it's on a gladiator length wheelbase here. I am running just a set of gladiator links by Mazz Designs. Some charisma shocks. For those of you that know, you know. Put a little extra oil in those rear shocks recently, and I like the way they feel. I probably still need to get them stabilized side to side a little bit. There's a little bit of play that I could take out, and I have a solution for it. I just haven't applied the math. So, but I did, like I said, add some oil to those rear shocks. It seemed to be better just on the bench. I liked the way it was working. Put some new bands on them. The old ones were starting to wear out. Did a little bit of work on the front steering link where it attaches to the servo horn. It seemed that I just had a half a millimeter too much length there, so I ground down the ball end that goes through on the servo horn side, and then ran the screw back through the micro nut, and then filed the little excess of the screw. I could have put a shorter screw in there, but I just used the hardware that I had from the original setup, and I just ended up having to, use a file and grind that back down to flush. And what was happening, it was just kind of occasionally hanging up on the front end of the WTmicro's body there and creating like a jumpy effect in the suspension, and I just didn't really like the way it was doing that, and it would kind of, like catch the body in a real hard, sketchy way, and it just wasn't fun to look at. It wasn't fun to see it happening. I didn't want to continue doing it that way and have something bind up even worse and break or what have you. So I just kind of, like I said, did a little bit of grinding and filing and got it to where it clears a little bit better now by a 1/4 millimeter or something, but that's all you need, once it clears, it clears. It was just, like I said, in a full turn, at full compression, it was, occasionally binding up, and I just didn't like it. You may watch some old videos of this rig and see that happening and kind of be wondering what it was, and now you know, so there you go. We're at the Bottle Mountain. Not to be confused with Battle Mountain. It's Bottle Mountain right there. And beautiful day. Like I was saying earlier, a little bit chilly. You're not going to find Blue Dog in the background of this video today. He got into something and is not feeling well at all. Like, he looks like he got into some bad fish soup or something. And he didn't really want to eat much today. Had a couple of treats around dinner time, and then he had a couple of bowel movements, and then another one around dinner time. And we went over to visit his buddy Jimmy, of course. There's a still shot. We don't see those often enough in these videos. Kind of gives you a whole perspective of the course there. But he's just not well today, and I was going to have him outside while I was shooting video, and I walked back. He was outside, had the car out in the moat, and I ran in to grab a battery, and I came right back out, and a deer popped up out of the neighbor's yard, and Blue popped up like he'd never heard the word sick before in his life and chased the deer halfway to Kingdom Come and into the woods and through the dales and over the hills. And I ran after him and caught up to him, clapped a few times, and that'll usually get him to stop. And a little winch action there. I got a little side and didn't want to do the hand of God, used a winch. But yeah, so Blue just not a little bit under the weather. And it's unfortunate for me. I don't have a vet here in North Carolina. I have a really great vet in California. Shout out to Camino Animal Hospital there in Camino, California. Dr. Gardner is the man. And I love all the staff there at Camino. So I called and made sure they could transfer his records to my email. And if I can't transfer those to the vet that my mom uses, tomorrow I'm gonna call and make a non-emergency appointment. You know, he's alert and awake and oriented ×3. He's walking, but he just seems to be a little stiff, and I don't know if he's got some bowel problems or, you know, backed up food or whatnot. Like I said, he did go to the bathroom 3 times today, so that was good, but he didn't want to eat food really. He's been drinking some water and had a couple snacks, and so we're just gonna have to play it by ear, and I'll keep a close eye on him this evening, getting this edited up, and we'll be dealing with that as we do. Remember, like, subscribe, and share this content if you enjoy this content, which I hope you do. I truly hope you do. It seems that you do. And hit that notification bell so you know when I'm putting out a new video or 2 or 3. And I appreciate each and every one of you. We're up above 1,600 subscribers. I think we're pushing 1,651 this afternoon. I happened to look at my analytics a little bit ago. And I know people love this WTmicro's Mazz Designs FJ45 cab only. And I do too. It's a fun running rig, and you know, it's a good time, and it gets her done. It looks great on the scramblers. Shout out to CCXRC. The pine trees are the dream machine, and a lot of you already know that. I see a lot more companies are starting to, not even companies, but people. So I saw someone today doing a review on inserts. Holmes Hobby, that was a 10th scale review, obviously, and I didn't see the whole thing, but he may have made those himself, or another company was printing them. I'm not sure, but I think that's the ticket. Like, if I could afford it, I'd get myself a 3D printer and be printing up inserts for all. You know, like, it seems like you could probably make a decent little bit of money by doing inserts, and they're cool, man. Like, it's they really make a difference, and if you could make them inexpensive, you know, then I think that it would be worth it. It seems like a no-brainer to me. Like, I don't have them in all my rigs, but eventually I definitely will, and they just work that much better. And I'm sure when they're really, you know, I have some I just put in the LC80, and they're a little bit big for those tires, but they still work. And I know in the scramblers, these are the right size. So anyhow, we're at the end of this one. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. Cardboard Crawlers out.